So hello everyone, I'm Manoj John. I'm one of the founding members and the Chief Operating Officer for Our Better Planet. So on behalf of Our Better Planet, I would like to extend a warm welcome to this group of our vendor partners who have joined us on this workshop on sustainable packaging options. So I would like to make a special mention of Mr. Gautam Surana, the founder of Eco365, a sustainable packaging solutions company, who would be sharing his views on how the current practice of using plastic packaging is detrimental to our environment, and some misconceptions about biodegradable materials, and finally more details on the sustainable packaging options. So the reason why we are all here is because all of you chose to be part of this sustainable marketplace, which we have lovingly named Our Better Planet. And we believe that each one of you also have the same guiding ethos of a sustainable way of life. So the brand promise of Our Better Planet is to offer truly sustainable products to our customers and to help them make that conscious shopping choice. To be true to that promise, we actually have a very deep engagement with our vendor partners to understand the materials they use, the manufacturing process, the social impact, and the sustainable packaging bit, which is how finally the product is presented. So before we have the presentation from Eco 365, I would like to take a few minutes just to reinforce our best practices around sustainable packaging. So this is an evolving set of practices. Obviously, we will be learning new packaging materials as we discover better packaging options through such workshops and collaborating with packaging companies. Let me just quickly move to a small presentation. I hope I can share my screen. So I think, Vignesh, you have to enable the
Screen
screen
share.
sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thankfully so. Okay. So that's a quick sequence of things that will happen. We'll go through this quick presentation, and then we'll get into the more detailed presentation by Eco365, followed by a Q&A and feedback, which some of our vendors might have, and then some closer remarks about what we could look forward to in the coming days. So just to summarize, some of those sustainable practices that we are having. So at Our Better Planet, we are striving to ship everything in 100% plastic-free packaging material. The outside box which we use is either upcycled, definitely 100% compostable and reusable paper box, which is then sealed with water-activated paper tape. And it's got a plant-based starch glue. The inside packaging, which we call as a primary packaging, we use paper packets, cloth bags, or even bioplastic pouch for the smaller size, delicate products, textile products. For the filler material, so that the products inside a box, if they are ill-fitting, then filler materials like honeycomb paper or crumpled post-consumer 100% recycled paper is the option to be used. There could be some products, especially fragile ones, which might require certain protection. So in some cases, for the lack of immediate availability of, completely compostable or biodegradable products, in some cases we are using EPE foam. But then these are all, solutions that we are looking at to improve upon it. In monsoons, we tend to face a bit of a problem because the outer box tends to get wet. So we are trying to evaluate to use higher micron biodegradable bioplastic sheets, could be like a shrink wrap. Again, these are all being tried as to what works well for everybody. These are just indicative images of primary packaging materials like paper envelopes or cloth bags or bioplastic primary covers that can be used. For filler materials, again, we try as far as possible, avoid using bubble wraps. So there are options in terms of, honeycomb papers or just crumpled papers, which is reusing, newspapers or any other paper which we can be put into such use. Shredded paper, again, are used as fillers very effectively. So we have to evaluate options like these. Outer boxes, as I mentioned, obviously they are 100% compostable. In many cases, it is actually made out of recycled paper. Many of our vendors even reuse the paper boxes and cartons, which is again a very sustainable practice. Shrink wraps, as I was mentioning, this is something that we are helping our vendors to adopt so that the final package is protected from the monsoon. These are the paper tapes, which many of our vendors would have already experienced. This is part of our best practice. And this is something that we share with our vendors as soon as they are onboarded. So that's pretty much a very quick summary of things that we are doing. Now let's move on and hear Gautam talk about the best practices that he wants to share about sustainable packaging. Thanks, Gautam. Over to you. I think you have to unmute, Gautam. We can't hear you.
Gautam, you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Manoj, and wonderful start. I would say not just compostable film packaging, but we spoke about different aspects of sustainable packaging. So how many of you here, know about compostable bioplastic or biodegradable plastic, or you have heard about it? Just in case if you have heard about it, just put yes on the chat box, or you could also show your picture and say yes, I know about it or I've heard about it, because it will help me really help me run my presentation better. Manoj, I will need a sharing rights.
Vignesh, you'll have to allow screen share.
Now you are the host, sir, so you have to allow.
Oh, you did something like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So need to figure out then where does that happen? Allow participants to share screen. Okay.
Okay.
So I've done that. Is it possible now, Gautam?
Let me try. Yes, it's possible.
Oh, great.
All of you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. So, see, our company is based out from Bangalore, Eco365. We are an 11-year-old company now, and we manufacture bioplastic, compostable plastic. Okay, so what is bioplastic? What is compostable plastic? You must be thinking back of your mind. And many other words must be striking, like biodegradable plastic or eco-plastic or, compostable, biodegradable cellulose plastic, dissolving plastic. Nowadays, many people call me and they say that, do you have that plastic which dissolves in the water? Okay. And do you have plastic which is edible? Now there is plastic which is edible. You can put masala vada pav ke andar and those masala and directly eat the vada pav. No need to open the pouch. So see, polymer industry is going through a great transformation, and different kinds of polymers been invented worldwide. Okay. And it is just because the people are demanding different kinds of polymer, and the new age polymer have much shorter life. let me tell you, when compared to the old age polymer. What we have, LD, PP, BOPP bags or nylon, they have much longer life period. The life cycle is much longer. Whereas these kind of plastics, whatever we are saying, compostable, biodegradable, edible, dissolvable, so all these have a shorter lifespan. Though they are plastic, let me tell you, they have plasticizing properties. Okay, the word, let's not hate the word plastic. Okay, because plastic has, you have, when plastic was invented, it was considered to be one of the most greenest product because it was helping tree. At that point of time, we were using wood furniture, everything made out of wood, and there were many challenges. So plastic was considered to be good product. And still in medical and many other fields, there are endless possibilities with plastic. But at the same time, what we need to understand is that too much usage of it and casual disposable of plastic will result into a health hazard, environment hazard, and many other problems which are related to environment. Okay, so now as I have written plastic alternative, the reason I have written plastic alternative because it is bioplastic. It is made from biomaterial. Okay, it is made from cornstarch. It is made from different kinds of starch, potato starch, tapioca starch. Okay, and then at the same time we use other organic material from the nature to bring plasticizing properties in the plastic. So if I have to define what is compostable plastic, it's nothing but something which biodegrades in a given time frame in a composting condition. Very simple language. Let's not go very technical. Something which biodegrades in a given time frame in a composting condition is known as compostable plastic. It's very simple. Okay. Now, why we are not calling it biodegradable plastic? Though it is a subset of biodegradable plastic, but we are not calling it biodegradable plastic. Why? Because of two reasons. First thing, the Indian government defines only compostable plastic. It does not define biodegradable plastic. If you look at their plastic waste management rule, they only talk about compostable plastic as a legal product in the country. They do not talk about biodegradable plastic. And if you ask them the reason for it, it's because everything biodegrades. But the time frame taken to it to biodegrade could be longer and shorter for different products. Okay, and the end result of a biodegradable product might not be a compost. Whereas in case of this particular plastic, the end product is compost, the manure, which is the plant food. Okay, so you must be seeing on the screen that, it's written certified as per ISO 1708 standard approved by CPCB. Okay, so CPCB is nothing but Central Pollution Control Board of India. Okay, and IS 17088 standard is a compostable plastic standard acceptable in India as per the government rules. Okay, let's say if somebody comes to you and says, I am dealing in compostable plastic or I'm dealing in biodegradable plastic, the one question which you need to ask is it as per IS 17088 standard or not? Do you have the CPET certification or not? These standards come from CPET. CPET is giving you these certificates, Central Institute of Plastic and Technology. Just Siddharth. Sorry, I'm at working from home, so I have kids. Sometimes I need to tell them they have some friends coming in. Okay, so a little bit about my company so that whatever I'm talking, it creates value for you. Okay, we've been featured number of times in media for our work. We are also into water conservation products, Eco 365, and we have won National Entrepreneurship Award from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Numerous awards. Our client list is long. Okay, this is just the flow of the presentation. No idea to promote what I'm selling, but this is it creates a little value whom you are talking to. Okay, these two certificates, what you see, one is from CPET, Central Institute of Plastic Institute and Technology, which certifies the product that it is compostable, And within 60 to 180 days, when you put it in a composting condition, this particular plastic will get composted. I'll jump into, I'll come to the, part where, different application we'll talk about, but let me first explain the product, because if I do not explain the product, and we straight away jump into the solutions, okay, then, you might doubt the product itself, that what is compostable plastic? It has the word plastic. So, and another certificate, what you see is from the Central Pollution Control Board. So to manufacture compostable plastic in India, you need to have an approval from the Central Pollution Control Board. Central Pollution Control Board comes under Ministry of Environment and Forest and Ecology. Okay, so all your NGT, Ministry, Forest Department, everything, comes under them. So they thoroughly evaluate our product, and that is when we get approval, and then we start manufacturing the product. So how is compostable plastic made? This must be one thing which you might be thinking, how is compostable plastic made? Okay, so compostable plastics are derived from organic material of crude oil. Okay, so there are inorganic and organic material in the crude oil. Okay, something which is biodegradable, it's called BDO. So a section of crude oil is being extracted, which is biodegradable. Then it is mixed with different plasticizing properties, which is available in the nature, which is in plant, like corn, topiaca, algae. Okay, so they all have some binding properties. So we use them, and then they are all fermented and made into biopolymers. Okay, so once the biopolymer is made, bioproducts are made, biofilms, biospoons, or cutlery, anything, whatever we want to shape them into. And once they are composted, a compost is made. Okay, so it's a closed loop. It's a circular. Nowhere the product is getting disposed and you're creating waste. It's a close. Now there is a new terminology which is very popular in the world, globally in the environment sector, which is called bioeconomy, biocircular economy. Okay, where it is all bio-based products, and the end result is also bio-based products. Okay, now if anybody has any questions, you could probably put it on a chat box, so that we can take it up on a later part of the presentation. So coming to the properties of the product, it is 100% plastic free. It doesn't have those regular polymer. As per the waste management rule, a product cannot be compostable or biodegradable if it has any of those traditional plastic, even by 1%. Okay, I'm talking about traditional plastics are those SDP, LLDP, nylon, ABS, any of those plastic, even by 1%, if it is there in my polymer, it cannot be termed as compostable or biodegradable plastic. Okay. Second, the product is certified and tested as per standards. Compostable in 60 to 180 days. When we give our product samples to the CPET, they test it for 180 days and they see different test results with our product. They should be non-toxic. They should germinate seeds. It should lose out their 100% weight within 180 days. Okay. And, compostability standards, how much it is getting composted in 180 days. Okay. So it is food for plant once composted, flexible and leak proof. Just to show you, whoever is seeing the screen. So this is a compostable plastic. This is transparent. We can make opaque, we can make milky, we can make translucent, we can heat shrink products. Let's say this is a coaster, so heat shrinked coaster. For bundle packaging or skin packaging, let's say we want to bundle something, or we want to skin wrap a particular product, a compostable plastic can be used. Garbage bags, waste management, for waste management, compostable bags have been used so that you don't have to segregate plastic and the organic waste, food waste. it can be used together. Then it has many properties which are similar to traditional plastic. We can make garment bags. Let's say if you're selling t-shirts and other things, we can make garment bags. Just to tell you, brands which are already using compostable plastic in India, and you'll be very surprised. Benetton is already using, Levi's is already using compostable plastics for all their packaging. Benetton is using, Max Lifestyle is using all their packaging as a compostable plastic. I'll also tell you why they are using. Okay, there are different reasons why different brands use compostable or biodegradable plastic. So I'll surely tell you that, because that would be the most interesting facts which you will come across. Yes, definitely they are eco-friendly, made from plant extracts, not under plastic ban. These products are not under plastic ban. Just to tell you, when the government says there is a plastic ban, we do not fall under plastic ban. And one more surprise thing which will surprise you, and it is of far benefit to all the manufacturers and other compostable product adopters, is that micron thickness rule do not apply to us. I can use a film. This is a 20 micron film. If I was supposed to use a traditional plastic, I have to use a 51 micron film. Whereas in case of compostable plastic, I can only do this work because I have to just give a skin on top of it to protect the packaging. Okay, and protect it from external damage or dust or any other reason it could be. I can use a 20 micron film instead of using a 51 micron rule film, which is as per the government norms. Whereas in compostable plastic, there is no micron rules applicable. Okay, why not applicable? Just to tell you, more the thinner it is, higher the compostability rate, quicker it gets composted. You know, so it's good. If I'm able to use 10 micron film, then it's much better than the 20 micron film. Okay. I've told in the beginning that, you know, somebody who says, you know, I'm dealing in biodegradable, compostable, ask them those certificates. Beware of fake products. Okay. In our country, duplicate Nike to Adidas to everything, duplicate is also available at the same time along with your original products. So please don't get carried away. Be a, you know, informed buyer. So I'll quickly jump into what different kinds of product we can make, and then jump into what products could be of interest to e-commerce sellers, you know, people who are into e-commerce business. We can make bin liners, we can make poo bags. Poo bags are very popular in United States market, European markets. Then we can make carry bags, we can make biomedical hazard bags. For hotels, we can make sanitary bags, laundry bags, different kinds of application, newspaper bags. Then we can make garment packaging bags. Already brands I've told you, you know, they are using it. If you go to supermarket like D-Mart and all, they are already using compostable bag-on rolls, okay, to put cereals and other products. Okay, so you know, a few bigger brands have already identified it as an alternative and as a sustainable solutions. We can make courier bags out of it. Shrink wraps, as I've told you, these products are nothing but shrink wraps, quite popular in manufacturing industry. Fresh food packaging, if you store you know, fresh produce in compostable packaging, it stays fresher for a longer period, because these are cellulose based films. They are made from plant extracts, so they allow breathing of fruits and vegetables. So since they allow vegetables to breathe, the vegetable stays fresher for a longer period. There are many research on this. We have heat resistant pouches for food packaging, like your sambar or curry, you know, just in case. Then there is our industrial product packaging. Sorry, this image is little deceptive, you know, but industrial packaging means, you know, we can do customized packaging as per your needs. Sometimes you have a very, very specific need that, you know, I want this shape, this color, this thickness. So we could do that. We can make nursery bags. Agriculture mulch film is a much bigger market. Countries like France and Sweden, plastic mulch film is completely banned there. You can only use compostable films as a mulching solutions. Okay, so yes, I have already spoken about you know, compostable plastics and rules pertaining to government about it. Okay, so I'll not repeat this section, but this particular presentation would be forwarded to you. All these things, what I have spoken about the rules, all this is there on the CPCB website, Central Pollution Control website. Okay. Now, see, from my end, Manoj, the technical presentation and what I can make is over. Okay, if audience have few questions, I'll be happy to take them from here, because accordingly we can direct our, the session further.
Gautam, I have a request. Can you also share some information around the MOQs and stuff? Not specific, but just some general guidelines, because I think our vendors would be keen to know about that. That'll make more sense to them.
Okay.
And the typical kind of package, the products categories that we deal with is apparel and furniture and home decor products and things like that. So if you can suggest the specific kind of packaging, and if you customize, you don't customize, sizing, if you can share some details around that, that will really help them.
Sure. So see, I'll tell you something which could be of interest to the audience. Here would be garment bags, especially for, if you're doing any fabric, if you're selling any textile, okay, which could be of your interest. Garment bags, the regular sizes, like for t-shirts and t-shirts and shirts, we have ready in stock. You can even order 1,000 pieces. Okay. Where, it's a neutral packaging where there is no branding as such been done. If a vendor wants a branding to be done, it can be done through screen printing at his own location, or he can put a sticker on top of it. Okay, so neutral packaging garment bags are available even in numbers like 1,000 pieces, 2,000 pieces. Garbage bag, carry bag, and heat shrink wraps are normally, garbage bags, carry bags are normally standard sizes, which are, normally, there are some market norms where, these sizes are in demand. So we stock them. Okay, there is no MOQ for them. Okay, even if you want to buy 50 kgs of material, we are happy to help you out. Okay, just in case if you want any customization to be done, let's say garment bag or pouches or anywhere, we need at least 200 to 300 kgs of order to do that. We can do a smaller quantity order, but what happens is, since we are manufacturers, the wastage is high when we do a smaller lot, and the cost burden needs to be taken care of the wastage. Okay, so the prices increases. So just to tell you, if you buy 100 kgs material and if you buy 1,000 kg material, the cost difference could be almost 25%. Okay. Why? Because, I have a very less wastage in a higher volume packaging. Courier bags, some standard sizes, we are making it available. Some standard regular sizes, we are making it available. Even people can buy 1,000 pieces, 500 pieces, how much ever they want. They need not place me order for 10,000 pieces, 20,000 pieces. So we'll give this option soon. Within a 1 week of time, we'll give you this option where you can even buy, 500 pieces of courier bag of a particular size. Okay, why? Because this request has been coming from many sellers that, we don't want to invest 100 kgs, 200 kgs, where, the quantity could run into 10,000, 20,000 pieces. Okay, so we want, just 1,000 pieces to try. So we are bringing this particular product where, you could just order minimum order as only 100, 200 pieces as well.
Gautam, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Particularly in the number of pieces that somebody has to stock, right? As in, because we keep talking to a lot of vendors. So there is one feedback which is coming, particularly for bioplastic, is the possibility of some deterioration if you store bioplastic, the kind of pouches or bags for a longer period of time. There is a chance that there could be some mites or some kind of deterioration because of insects biting into the plastic, because they might be organic composition. So this is a worry for stocking larger quantity, and also probably the reason why people would want to order smaller MOQs.
Yeah. So my answer here is that, definitely we have to keep it safe from rats and other, insects. Basically, it does not attract as such. It's not an edible product. Let me tell you, it's not their favorite food. It's not like apple or biscuit, which they will get attracted to and they will come to eat it. But but this doesn't mean that we expose it to that condition. Okay, so definitely we have to stock it properly. It's not an edible product if it is made from cornstarch and all other organic material or bio-based material, definitely, but it is not an edible plastic or edible for other animals. Another thing is that it doesn't biodegrade by itself. This is a very, very specific demand from the consumer. It only biodegrades when you put it in a composting condition. Okay. So what is the shelf life of the product? Yes, we have a much shorter shelf life when compared to the regular poly. Let's say if you are buying a regular courier bag, you can store it for 4 years, 5 years, no problem. Whereas in our case, it won't be more than 12 months. After 12 months, the film starts degrading. It becomes a little weaker. Okay. It doesn't happen. It's not like there's no particular date like expiry date, but what happens? The strength starts decreasing after 12 months. Okay. So normally we say our consumers that you plan it only for next 6 months or, 7 months or 9 months, you don't plan it for 2 years or 3 years. Okay. And see, I'll tell you, our product USP is that it should break down at some point of time. If it doesn't break down at some point of time, then people start thinking that it's a regular plastic, it's not breaking down. Okay. So we have to balance this. Though we can increase, depending on the thickness of the film, the life could be extended. But what we normally suggest buyers is that, do not plan beyond 12 months your purchase. Hope I have answered your question, Manoj.
There are some questions in the chat box. I don't know whether you can see them, Gautam, or should I read it out for you?
I'll see them.
Yeah, so it starts
the first
with,
one is Geeta's, yeah.
Yeah, whether it can be used for shrink wrapping. So I think that you have answered. So you can take it up from there.
Oh,
can you see the chat box?
I'm just figuring out where it is.
It should be right at the bottom. Where you
yeah, please go ahead.
Yes.
So, hi, I deal with making Play-Doh for children, and it's like the regular atta. To send it to the clients, I'm right now using cling wrap to wrap it so that the air does not react with it. And that is plastic, which I really feel really guilty about. Can we use something like this for cling wrapping it?
See, as of now, cling wrap is not been developed. What you can do is you can use the pouches like this. We can make pouches for you out of these films. Okay, small pouches can be made where you could put the dough, or just in case if they have a shape already defined, then we can heat shrink.
No, but then the air will not react with the product. The air will not go inside the product.
Air, this is called oxygen transmission rate. Technically, let me tell you, the air will go or not. It all depends on how you seal the product. Okay, let's say if you're sealing the product, if you're after packing the product in this, and if you're sealing it from both the sides, okay, definitely the air will not go. But if you want the product to stay dry for a very, very long time, let's say, let's take an example for chips packet. Okay, why Lay's do multi-layer packaging for chips packet? Okay, why? Because it wants the chips packet to stay fresh, the chips to stay fresh for 4 months of time. Okay, so we'll not be able to give you that kind of 4 months freshness, which is available for 4 months, because that is only possible in multi-layer films. Okay, if you are using, what are you using right now?
I'm using cling wrap. That's it.
Yeah, so cling wrap kind of properties I can give you. but not like your Lay's chips packet.
Yes, the only reason I'm not able to get to a retail store is because I'm not able to get that correct packaging, because dough is generally available in plastic boxes, which I don't want to put into. So I have cardboard boxes, and to give a little more effective thing, I just add a cling wrap. But I'm sure that it's not very good for the environment too.
Yes, yes. So do you have a problem with hydration problems with the product? It gets drier.
Yeah, if it's in contact with the air for like half an hour, 1 hour or 45 minutes without touch, then the salt will start coming out of the dough and it will dry.
So just to tell you, cling wrap do not have a very high oxygen transmission rate. Okay, the oxygen transmission rate for cling wrap is also low, which means that, it breathes. You might think that plastic is not breathing, but it breathes. Okay, so even this plastic breathes. Okay, so what I think is that we need to do few trials and then see what happens. This is a new product,
Right.
I'll tell you. So we have to do some few trials, and then only then we understand what happens.
Do you have anything like a Ziploc thing or something?
No, we do not have anything like Ziploc.
Okay.
I can give you this with a bottom seal. I can give you this with the bottom seal, and what you could do is you could have a sealing machine at your end. Once you put the dough, you can seal it.
Okay.
You don't need any special machine or any high-end infrastructure.
I was just thinking if I could give these covers along with the dough so that when they receive it, they can put it into this.
Okay. Yeah. Even they could do that.
Have a small sample, then Dipti can try it out and
I would understand how long it's taking, and if I could get some small sample of
Surely, we can help you out with that.
Because no matter how breathable the cling wrap is, it even with our usual home stuff, like when we work with maida or atta, like pizza dough, it typically for a day or two or even three, it keeps it pretty fresh.
Yes, it keeps it pretty fresh.
Yeah.
So it depends on how long you want to keep it and what is the product which you want to keep it fresh. Okay, so see, if you're using it for fresh veggies, absolutely no problem. If you're using even for some semi-wet items, no problem. See, for idlis, no problem. So I would say that probably you need to try it out.
Yeah, if you could help me with a small sample, then I can understand how I can use it, for how long I can use it.
What I will do is I will share my email address and my contact details, and then we could take this up on a one-to-one basis, and then I can ship you samples.
Thank you so much.
Yes. There are few more questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can this be used for shrink wrapping? We've answered composted only if it is composted at the end of its life phase. So the composted plastic is sustainable only if it is composted at the end of its life phase. Pragya, I've not understood your question. What do you want? Sorry, I was a little late in the joining because.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pragya.
Yeah. Hi. So my question was, because unless it's composted, you don't get the value out of it, right? Just like bio waste. Unless you compost it properly and unless you compost your food waste properly, it's still a nuisance, right?
Yes.
So are you doing any sort of consumer awareness, how to compost it properly, how to dispose it properly? All of those things?
It's a very good question, and I regularly get this question: what happens if somebody doesn't compost and throw it on a just like that, or if it goes to landfill? Okay, this is a very common question, and in fact we've been trying to bring a policy into place where when we collect waste, segregate waste, when the municipality is segregating waste, okay, they start segregating compostable waste as well. Okay, so right now already the system is in place where compostable food, food organic waste, which is collected by the municipality, it goes into composting sites, whereas your plastic and all other multi-layer films and all, they've been segregated and they've been put into recycling process. Okay, So what we are already requesting government on this is that, why not all the bags which has compostable stamping on them, or which are compostable, because they have a mandate where you need to mention compostable plastic and the license number and all other QR codes when we are producing compostable bags. So it can be easily identifiable, so that it can be used, it can be composted. But the whole waste segregation scenario in the country is not so smooth. Let me tell you, they might at some places they segregate, but at some places they don't even segregate. It gets mixed with your regular waste. So in such situation, we are quite helpless. Okay, but if I have to compare it with the regular poly, let's say if this compostable plastic was not used and the regular poly was used, that particular product will stay in the environment for 100-200 years. Whereas this, even if it is not composted, it will break down into biomaterial within 1 to 2 years or 3 years, depending on the weather condition, even in open environment. Yes, when you're composting it, it will happen in 180 days. If you're not composting it, it will take a longer period to break down. But it's, when compared to your regular plastic, it is much shorter. To give you an example, let's say, there was a question by Manoj, what happens if I keep the product for 3 years or 4 years? What's the shelf life of the product? Okay, so we have a very, very, very short shelf life, 12 months. Whereas a regular poly, if you buy an LD or bio-PP poly bag, okay, you could use it even after 10 years. They don't break down. So my answer here would be that, yes, we need an improved collection mechanism for compostable plastic. Right now, what we have, the system in place is not foolproof. But at the same time, if there is no choice, when compared to regular poly, compostable plastic has much shorter life.
Thanks, Gautam.
Yeah. I think Pragya, I have answered.
Has a couple of questions. I think she's saying that the composting rate she wanted to know, and wanted to know about whether there are bottles being made with compostable plastic.
Bottles, plastic bottles. Yes. So we are into manufacturing of films only, but yes, compostable plastic, you can make compostable plastic cups, plastic spoons, compostable plastic bottles. There are few manufacturers in India who are already manufacturing these compostable bioplastic, disposable bottles or reusable bottles, I would say. Okay. Toothbrush, comb, all this can be made into be made from compostable plastic. Yes, that's possible. And and there's and I think how does the composting rate differ from regular shrink wrap plastic? There's a question from Geeta Prakash. Geeta, are you there? Yeah. So how does composting rate differ from regular shrink wrap plastic? That's your question. Okay. So regular shrink wrap.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So Geeta, regular shrink wrap plastic do not compost. You need to recycle them. They do not compost. Okay. They are not eco-friendly. They are your regular fossil fuel based plastic.
So this takes, as you said, takes to start the composition process. And after that, how much?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly.
I said, you mentioned that that this compostable plastic starts the decomposition in about a year's time. And then after that, it will take about another year or a few years for it to decompose completely, right?
So Geeta, if you are putting it in a composting condition, it will compose faster. If you are not putting it in a composting condition, just in an open environment, then it will take a longer period, 1 to 2 years. or even more, depending on the
Okay.
weather condition
Correct.
and humidity and other factors. To give you an example, let's say if I take this poly and keep it in my cupboard, okay, it will not get composted even for next 2 years. Okay, and if I put it in a compost bin, it will get composted within 60 to 180 days. If I just throw it out in a backyard or somewhere, you know, it will take 1 to 2 years to get composed, depending on the weather condition. I hope I answered.
And yes, you've answered the question. Now,
Yeah.
how does it work? Like, for instance, if you have to use it for shrink wrapping,
Mhm.
does the heat degrade the quality of the plastic? Like,
Here is the product
or
in
does it
front of
work?
you. There is a
Can
product.
you hear me?
Yes. Are you able to see the screen, Geeta? I'm showing you a product which is heat shrink wrap.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Geeta, there are different properties, you know, based on client's requirement we make for the film. Let's say if you want for shrink wrapping, then there is a special grade compostable film which you need, which can be used to shrink wrap the product.
Awesome. And regarding the plastic, you said there were bottles also available.
Yes.
Now, you prepare those bottles, or
No,
would
I
we
do
have
not
to
make
approach?
those bottles. I will try to connect you with someone. Okay, probably you could reach me out post this event. Okay, because see, filmmaking and molding are two different processes. Bottle making is a molding process, blow molding process, whereas film is an extrusion process. So we make only compostable films.
Okay, great. I'll touch base with you and we'll try to see how we can work that out.
Yes. So I would request each one of you, you know, I am present on LinkedIn and we regularly post new product details on LinkedIn. Give you an example, you know, if you're able, I will again screen share. So if you see my screen, this is the LinkedIn page for Eco365 compostable sustainable packaging. And we regularly post different kind of products which are made out of compostable plastics. This is a garment bag. If you could see what we have made, it says I'm not plastic, I'm 100% compostable. Then what you see here is, you know, a garbage bag, bin liner, which is getting made. Okay. We also help you understand how things are made, you know, because many a time you also want to communicate to your customer that how compostable plastic is made, how your packaging is made. So probably you could like our LinkedIn page, different colors of compostable plastics, what you see here right now, red, blue, yellow. Few more products. There's a garment bag, you know, garment bag used for so this is a bin liner, heat shrink, dustbin covers. Okay, so there are numerous products which can be made out of compostable plastic. This is a heat shrink wrap. We also have a YouTube channel where, you know, you could see these products, how it can be used. So regularly we keep posting videos on our product. Okay, and you know, each time we meet a consumer, you know, they have a very specific requirement. So we are trying to develop that. We're still learning, and I would say that we have already covered a lot of distance, but yes, there is a lot to even bring into the market.
Yeah, Gautam, we'll share your details. Sorry, Geeta, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry, just a quick question. Can I get these shrink wrapping plastic in customized widths?
Yes. We need some minimum quantity to make films for you. We need, you know, if you ask me only 10 kgs or 5 kgs, then it's a little difficult for me. We have some sizes regularly in our stock. So if your specifications meet with that, then we can give you even a smaller volume. But if you have a very specific need, then we need to custom made for you. And
Okay, great.
that's in case of every plastic.
Fair enough. Also, how does this cost vary? I mean, like to like?
Yes,
For
I
like
was
to like
I was
size,
waiting for
how does
this
it vary?
question. I was waiting for this question. Why? Because I was just thinking, nobody's bothered about the cost here. Okay, everybody wants the product, but nobody's asking me this question. How much does it cost? Okay, so it's definitely expensive than your regular plastic. Let me tell you, it's definitely expensive than your regular plastic, and in some cases, it is 2 times. Some cases, it is 3 times. Okay, depending on the product application. But at the same time, you have to understand micron thickness rule do not apply to the product. Okay, since the micron thickness rule do not apply to the product, in where you were using a 15 micron film, this is as per the government rule, and when you go into the market and you buy any film, you will not get below 51 micron. In our case, you can use a 20 micron film. So which means that in 1 kg, let's say if you were getting regular bags 200 pieces, okay, with us you will get more number of pieces per kg. Why? Because our films are thinner. Okay, so even though the cost is double, the plastic price is double, but since you're buying thinner films, your cost, your mileage would be more per kg. Okay, so one interesting thing which I'll show you, many a time people ask me that why should I shift to compostable plastic when regular plastic options are available. So there are different reasons why people go for compostable plastics. Okay, and different brands have different reasons for going for it. Somewhere they go for compostable plastic just because it is environment friendly and it costs equal, same. Brands like Benetton, Levi's are going for compostable plastic. Why? Because 20 micron rule, even they can make a 15 micron film out of it. So instead of 51 micron films, why to use 51 micron films? They use compostable plastic because it works out the same, the cost, but at the same time, more responsible image, brand image for you. Whereas for some brands, there is no choice. Let me tell you, let's say if you're selling an eco-friendly product, okay, and your product is going totally with plastic, all around plastic. You're talking about protecting environment at the same time. You're actually raising the eyebrows of the consumer or the buyer. That, "Arey, boss, you're saying eco-friendly and you're wrapping it so much with the plastic." Okay, so in that case, where there is no choice for the brand, there they go with consumer compostable plastic. Sometime to show off. Very straightforward. Sometime to show off. Amazon going with compostable plastic is nothing but show off. Okay, that I'm doing something about environment, to the pollution board and the government, that it's not just that I'm creating waste, I'm also doing something to protect the environment. Okay, so but yes, they have a very large dedicated sustainability team now, and they really want to go green. Let me tell you, they want to use all sustainable packaging because there is a lot of pressure from the government and the pollution board for them to use sustainable packaging. And some brands do it because they have a responsible image. The other day we had a meeting with Bombay Saving Company. It's a DTC company, Bombay Saving Company. So they are very ecological in their whole process of manufacturing the product. Their plants are their manufacturing units are all solar powered with all rainwater harvesting, green building certifications. So for them, it's just a right choice, that we want our product to be compostable plastic. And globally, there are, many research around compostable plastic and sustainable packaging, where they say that, consumers are ready to pay even a little more if you are doing your packaging or you're using compostable packaging or eco-friendly packaging. Why? Because they think that the product is more valued. Okay, they find more value into the product when you use sustainable packaging. With this, I'm over with my content now. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer them. I do not have much things to share. Yes, I'll be happy to answer if you have any questions.
There is no more in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can direct them as and when they come to you.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
can also share your details with them. So then whoever needs a sample or wants to talk further about something that works for their product, they can always connect. That is the idea behind doing this workshop also. And even in the future, the idea is because we really want uh, our vendors to kind of adapt to sustainable packaging, because like you very rightly said, their products are so thoughtfully and mindfully made, and then when they go out to the customer, uh, if they are not so consciously packed, then it really goes against the ethos.
Yes.
So to each their own. I mean, I know businesses need take time to really adapt to these kind of things, and we are all small business owners. So we'll take some time to get there. But yeah, the idea behind OBP's effort to do these kind of workshops is basically just to help them get some options and get some genuine options, because there's a lot of greenwashing even in the packaging space.
Yes, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
In
So
fact, that's quite common. Greenwashing is quite common. You will find in the market a lot of biodegradable products made with regular plastic, and they're talking about sustainability on top, but product is totally not authentic.
yeah, so that's the only idea. I mean, we're trying to help make our offering better at the end of the day, all our offerings better, and also to reduce so much waste. We also insist a lot to use as minimum packaging as possible. I mean, we know that some products need the double or triple layer of packaging, but wherever we can contain it, it's ideal to contain it, because it
Yes.
just all goes to waste.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so I think with that we can close the session. I think it was great, Gautam. Thank you so much.
So Pallavi, should I share my email address and website details on the chat box, or you will?
Yeah, go ahead. And we'll also, this video is going to be available on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
And we'll also send out a note to all the people who attended and otherwise our vendors also. So they will connect with you, and we'll share your email ID, your website details.
Sure,
With
sure.
everybody. So not only the participants who attended, but with all our vendors.
Sure.
And whatever questions they have, they can send it your way.
Sure.
So we are basically just facilitating this. I just want to clarify that we want to facilitate it. Our motto is to really help make this a little bit greener. But the entire buying selling bit is typically between you and our partners, so they can decide what quantities, what pricing, what sizing, what customization works for them, and they can independently do that with you.
Yes. So what I've
So
done
Gautam,
is,
what will help is that if you really come about after discussions, some similarity in the kind of sizes that they're asking for, then maybe you can distribute your MOQ across multiple vendors.
Yeah.
So that kind of flexibility you can give.
Yes.
So most of the OBP vendors can then avail these products.
So normally, if you're in a textile business or a garment business, your requirements are more or less similar. Let's say if you're making t-shirts, or if you're making any other product in textile industry, the sizing is normally similar. And even in courier bags, there are fast moving courier bag sizes. Okay, so 6 to 7 sizes are fast moving, whereas some sizes are required in a specific cases. So we definitely understand that many businesses are not having much volumes, but they still want to go green with their packaging. Correct. So to make it easy, what we are planning now, just to share with everyone, that we are launching our e-commerce portal, not through Amazon or Flipkart. We'll be selling these products. Why? Because there you have a burden of commission, shipping charges much higher, and plus we have to give incentive to the portal as well. So we are launching a website where you could buy these compostable products online, even in a smaller volume. Okay. so making it much easier, or websites like Manoj has, Pallavi has, they are promoting, or we could use their platforms as well, okay, to promote sustainable packaging and list our products there. I've shared my details on the chat box,
Yes.
LinkedIn page and everything.
Yes, please can see that. Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thanks everybody. This is wonderful having all of you here. Thanks Gautam again.
Yeah.
So we'll have more such sessions and meaningful ones.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Welcome.